guys, welcome to this video. And in this video we're going to take a look on how you can improve the user experience in your website such that when a website visitor comes to your website, they'll find the information that they're looking for. Website visitors in awareness will find information about awareness. After the awareness stage, they'll find information that builds trust. And once the trust is built, they'll find information that converts. And for those who are coming to your website looking for certain products, they will find the information which is the conversion stage, making it easier for them to just go straight into conversion. So welcome to the video. One of the few things that is very important apart from the conversion and funnel, a good user experience makes it easier for you to rank high on Google, because website visitors will spend more time on your website. And to Google, this is a very good indication that you're doing something right and you're offering them value, which makes it easier for you to rank high. So with a website that is structured well, you can hit two birds with one stone. First, you'll rank high on SEO on Google. You will rank high on Google. The second thing is your conversion will be smooth and streamlined. So one of the few things that we're going to look into is the funnel architecture. So when I'm talking about funnel architecture, I'm referring to how information flows on your website. You want, when people come to your website, of course, they find what they're looking for without spending a lot of time browsing or searching for information. And apart from that, by putting everything in one place or in one hub, it becomes you are saving the time of website visitors, because they will have spent a lot of time browsing from one website to another, looking for something which can be found in one consolidated hub with every information. So I'm going to show you how to build a good website structure that will help you convert, so you make that bread and you make that money. So the first thing is what is the most basic form of funnel architecture? So funnel architecture relates to how your funnel is structured. The topmost part of the funnel is awareness. After the awareness, you come to the trust stage. After the trust stage, you come to conversion. So your website content should be structured in such a similar manner. There should be a section for awareness. That is the first stage of the funnel. There should be another section for the trust stage. And then there should be another section for conversion. So when we start with the awareness stage, how can you structure the awareness stage to make it more attractive to website visitors? So let's imagine this. Let's imagine that you are new to a certain industry. You're looking for certain products. You're not very familiar with everything that's going on in the industry. And then you visit a certain website looking for information. If you see a bold header that says start here if you're new to this, you're more likely to click it than a header that is focused on conversion. So you want a header that says start here if you're new to this, or you can say start here if you want to solve a certain problem. Start here if you want the solution to something. That is how awareness is built. So when someone, for instance, goes on Google and searches for how to build a website, and then you have a section on your website for start here if you're new to building websites, or you can structure it like this: start here if you want to build a cool website. You're basically giving them something like a roadmap, which will help them navigate the information and help them solve a certain problem that they may be facing. So that is one of the few things which you can capitalize on when it comes to building awareness on your website. Now, below the start here section, you should have different topics on awareness, and they should flow. You have the introductory topic. After the introductory topic, you go into the subtopics which have been mentioned in the introductory topics, and then you go into the subtopics of the subtopics, and then you go into the subtopics of the subtopics of the subtopics. That makes it easier for you to create a link between the topics. So for instance, if someone wants to build a website, you can start with a domain. Tell them the first thing is registering a domain. The second thing is looking for a hosting provider. The third thing is installing your website on the hosting provider. The fourth thing is having a website theme. Now we've mentioned four things over there. We've mentioned the domain registration, we've mentioned the hosting, and we've mentioned the website theme, and we've mentioned the installation. So we have four subtopics on the main introductory topic. Now, once you introduce them to these four things, you can now go deeper into each topic or a different article or on a different piece. So you'd have another piece focusing on the domain registration, you'd have another piece focusing on the hosting provider, you'd have another piece focusing on the website installation, and so forth and so forth. So that is the introduction. Those are some of the topics that we find on the awareness stage. Now, the second is the trust stage, the second part of the funnel architecture of your website. This is the second section on your website. So we have the first section, which is start here. Now after the start here, there's another section over here, down here in the middle section. You have another section, which is the trust stage. Now for the trust stage, you'd have a bold header that goes deeper into the pain problem which your website visitors will face after building awareness. So they build awareness around a certain product, a certain industry, and they have more questions coming up. They have more questions. They're facing more challenges during the journey. So the trust stage, the header should sort of point them out some of the pain problems that they might have. So for instance, use the example of someone who wants to build a website. Now they know how to build a website. They know the basics now. We want to improve their skills a little bit. So if we are dealing with the middle of the funnel architecture, the most ideal headline for that will be improve your website building skills with this information. Improve your website building skills with this information. Now, this says that, for instance, this says that they are going deeper into the information that was mentioned in the awareness stage. So they're going deep into the information instead of talking about the surface level information. They're going a little bit deeper. So below the middle of the funnel section, have topics that go deeper into the niche, into the product. For those who are building website visitors who are building websites, talk about, for instance, how the different hosting providers which are ideal maybe for WordPress website, the hosting providers which maybe are ideal for single servers. Now you see this is kind of deep information. It's deep, it's deep. And another example will be a real estate company. Now, the real estate company, it sells different properties all over the city. It has introduced the website visitors to different locations in the city. They now know the top locations, the luxurious locations. They know the locations which are sort of compromised location. Now, if you're dealing with the middle of the funnel section information, they will go deeper into each and every topic that was mentioned in the awareness stage. So if you have top locations, go deeper into to everything that makes each top location unique. For instance, you have location 1, location 2, location 3, location 4, location 5, and they are they are all in one umbrella of luxurious locations. So you'd say location 1 is different from location 2 because of this and that. Location 3 is different from location 4 because of this and that. Location 5 is different from location 6 because of this and that. You're solving a problem for them and you're helping them niche down to one certain thing. Now, if the real estate company talked about investments, properties, maybe in the middle of the funnel, they should go deeper into the types of investment properties. Maybe they'd say investment property 1 will give you a monthly return of this amount of money, maybe 100,000. Investment 2 will give you a monthly return of 200,000. Investment 3 will give you a monthly return of 500,000 or 600,000 in a month. By doing this, you're basically solving their problem, helping them establish a certain budget. if if they're not established a budget, or for instance, you can say this is the type of budget that you need to purchase different types of properties in different areas. Remember that the awareness introduced them to different locations throughout the city, and the middle of the funnel shows them the amount of money they spend on in different areas. You've solved at every stage, you're solving a small problem. The awareness stage, you solve an awareness problem where you introduce information. The trust stage, solve problems that arise from the awareness stage. And that is how customers trust you. Now, when it comes to the third stage, which is bottom of the funnel, bottom of the funnel stage. Bottom of the funnel stage is all about your core offer and all about converting leads into customers. You want them, when they go through the information, they get the urge to purchase your product, to purchase your service, because you've taken them through the awareness, middle of the funnel, and now they are at the bottom of the funnel stage. Now, this is your website over here. We can just imagine your website over here. This is your website over here. It has 3 sections in the information hub. The first section is awareness. The second section is trust. The third section is conversion. And they all have different headers. The first awareness header, the second header which focuses on trust, on building trust and going deeper into information, and the third header which is all about conversion. Now, since you're converting leads into customers, the header for the conversion stage should be like a call to action, which provides a certain solution. For instance, we talked about the real estate company which offers property. Website visitors who come to the real estate company's website, they're looking for properties. So the header for the bottom of the funnel information should be find a suitable investment or purchase a suitable real estate investment. That is a header that solves their pain problem. Then in that section, have every information that pushes your core offer and also differentiates the different types of features in your products and services. For instance, you say product one will be suitable for you if, and then you list different criterias. Property one or product one will be ideal for you if in your 20s, for instance, you want something calm. Now you go to property two or product two or service three. Have a list of things over there which solve the pain problem of of of, of the website visitor. By doing that, it becomes much easier for you to convert leads into customers because you're taking them through a certain journey. It's like having a book with different chapters. You have chapter one, chapter two, chapter three, chapter four. So someone who's starting off with the book maybe will come to chapter one. After chapter one, they go to chapter three. Someone who's more advanced with the book will come and see the book, look for such a subtopic on the book, go to that subtopic or the place where the subtopic is published. So that makes it easier for you to convert leads into customers. It makes some money. Yes. So overall, I'd say that having a good website which is structured for a good user experience will increase your SEO ranking. And number two, it will also increase your conversions because the user experience is good. Now, the third thing also, remember that by having an information hub, you will reduce the amount of time that customers use to inquire about certain information from you because everything is on the information hub. If they come to you with less questions about a certain product or about a certain service. It saves your time and also saves the time for the potential customer. There you have it. Everything you need to know about building a good website funnel architecture.